Right. Okay. So I want to try and like start to do pairings now. I haven't quite found what I wanted. I'll ask sometime during the stream if somebody knows it. I don't know, web page written in Java or something, which allows you to like nice and easily pair people together. The best I could use was taking a data sheet that somebody had made. Oh no, I bet it doesn't have the DLC characters. Bet it doesn't have the DLC characters. It does not have the DLC characters. Crap! That screws everything up. That actually just makes everything I spent the last 45 minutes trying to do completely invalid. And that used all of my free all of my free tokens on Claude and ChatGPT. Gemini was unfortunately in this instance very unhelpful despite the data being in a Google sheet. You need to pay extra for that. Yeah, so what I had worked around building was which is quite, I mean, maybe we can still like mess around with it a bit. I think we might be able to hack something together. Unfortunately, this is somewhat beyond me. Certainly nowadays, in terms of I've forgotten almost all of my Excel. If I do, let's say, I don't know what magic is going on here. But it's very clever. So, but this now shows, you guys can't see the drop down, but there is a drop down. And it's exclusive drop downs. It's very clever. I don't know why you can't see the drop downs. Capture mode. Win 7, win 10 and up. Okay. See it now. Hi. 7 and up. Nope, can't see that. What if I do this? Oh. OBS doesn't like little menus. OBS doesn't like little menus. But I have a little drop down here that shows me mutually exclusive characters that say Casper. I can see that he, or let's pick somebody a little bit better than Casper maybe. Felix has very few, right? No? Who has very few? Somebody has very few. I could just look in the game, couldn't I? Seteth. Seteth has no one that they compare with. So what I'm thinking of doing is if I go in here and I find... Is that true though? Actually, now I think about it. Is that true? It's not true. Seteth compare with Flane and Ingrid. What rubbish is this? I might have broken it. I might have broken it. This is unfortunate. My genius has been shot down. Is it true that Hubert and Linhart can go together? I look at Linhart. Linhart can go with too many people. Who was it? It was support. And then who's the womanizer? It is Felix. No, Sylvain. Sylvain can only go with me, Dorothea, Ingrid, and Mercedes. If I look at, let's say, Sylvain, who is there, I should only see Dorothea, Felix, Mercedes, and Ingrid. Yeah, okay, I can only see 4 names here. So why the hell is Seteth and Flane unable to match with anybody according to this sheet? That's rubbish. He has a pairing with Ingrid. I can see that there. If I do Ingrid here, Seteth does actually show up there. Right, I guess we have to use the left side then? I guess this is pick your person, pick their pair. It's not quite as smart as I'd like it to be. And there's a sheet missing, which is the source of all these data. The source of that being... The source of these data are... this. Very nice table that I found on Reddit. But unfortunately, as you can see, there are no DLC characters. So I'm gonna need to make a couple of little changes to this. I need to add some columns on. It's gonna take me effort, but hey ho, whatever. Now I'm gonna need to redo all of my AI code. Get someone else to do it for me who has more Claude credits than I do. But yeah, if somebody can somebody's already made this, I'd love it if they could point me towards something a little less something more complete and a little less clunky. I mean, this is not bad. I will say it's not bad. It's quite helpful. And like I said, bit of AI spitting out something like this. ChatGPT Claude got very confused, which I'm quite surprised about. Claude is my usual go-to, but anyway, we will leave that as is for now. I will do a couple of support combos. If I had known, I would have
Claude,
put him.
are you aware of the most recent conflict within the Alliance?
Hello to you too, Lawrence. And you'll have to be more specific. The Alliance is always bickering over one thing or another.
Margrave Edmund is raising objections over the assignment of his troops to the Eastern defenses.
If you please one noble, another will only gripe. No matter what happens, there will always be conflict.
That is just the kind of lackadaisical attitude that causes more conflict among us than necessary. Now, listen to me carefully. House Edmund may not hold much land, but the land they do control is quite rich. They also maintain a thriving port. Their influence is poised to rival even the most powerful players in the Alliance, yet they claim they cannot spare a fair share of troops? Do you find it acceptable to let such an obviously unreasonable objection stand?
It's not as though the threat of Elmira to the east has proven all that threatening of late.
Such negligence! What makes you so certain the Almirans will not attack us tomorrow? If certain dukes hold back their proper share of support, it will only serve to weaken House Goneril's hold of our eastern flank.
Calm yourself. I am well aware that the financial situation of House Edmund is quite exceptional. However, what you fail to realize is that they're lacking in troops. They're not lying when they say they don't have that many to spare. As it were, the Almirans have been nothing but peaceful since we refortified Fodlan's Locket. And are you aware that Margrave Edmund paid the majority of the costs for those repairs?
Is that so?
In fact, it's largely thanks to the skilled craftsmen he assembled that the fortress is now so impregnable. I, for one, wouldn't want to attack a fortress as formidable as that.
I do see your point. If House Edmund has already made its fair contribution, then that is all we can ask. Very well. I withdraw my objection. But even the sturdiest fortress needs soldiers to defend it. If we continue to squabble amongst ourselves, it will eventually fall.
Well, well, and here I thought he only cared about status. Still, if someone like him really came to lead the Alliance, it would not bode well for Elmira.
Right, Claude, let's have a few more. Get everybody up to B.
As you can see, if we were to face an enemy on this terrain, I would go here, and you would go here.
Hang on. If we're trying to repel the enemy, I should be positioned there, correct?
Huh? I'm not sure that's the best idea. Take a closer look at this map. See, there's a graveyard over here. Might run into some of those ghosts you hate so much.
Claude, will you knock it off already? So help me. If you continue treating me like a child, I'll...
Easy there. I'm sorry, okay? Just don't start blasting off any spells in here.
I've more pride than to turn an unarmed soldier to cinders. It wouldn't kill you to speak to me as an equal when we're discussing matters as serious as this.
Actually, I see you as more than an equal. There's no questioning the power you wield. And I was being serious about the formation just now. The bit about the ghosts was just me having fun with you. Or trying to. You're so smart, I figured you'd catch on to that right away. But back to the formation. Can you see why I arranged it like I did? The area I want you to guard requires the ability to adapt to an ever-changing situation. Who else could I trust with such a difficult task? You're my best bet for something like that.
Perhaps that's true.
Think back to the times we fought together. When have I ever treated you like a child on the battlefield? I depend on you, Lysithea. I value your power almost as much as I do Teach's.
Truly?
Almost. Not as much, though.
I swear to you on all of Fodlan. I'd like to have my fun, but I wouldn't joke about something like that. I consider you a valued ally. I'll stop now before I inevitably drift back into teasing you again. Just know that I meant every word, okay?
Fair enough then. From here forward, see to it that you treat me with the respect of an equal. And I admit that you are not short on talent yourself, but don't go getting a big head over it.
Right, okay. How many more do we have? Hopefully not. Okay, we've got quite a few. Bit annoying. Oh, we can do... Hobby and constants we can skip through, right? Because we've already done this.
Thank you for going. I live here, so it's not like I need my... Good, because I was just headed to bed.
Wait, no. Just because I don't need isn't quite...
Nice rhyme.
Don't be daft. Anyway, I need you for something.
You could have just said that from the start. So you want me to drink whatever this is?
It's how I intend to show my gratitude for all the things you do for me.
Right. Everything I do for you. Such as... what exactly?
You know, the pastries, the dried meats, sharing your fruits.
Oh, like when we ate those currants and you got juice all over your face.
Must you bring that up every time? It took me hours to get the stains out of my favorite fan.
I thought it was funny. So, what's this drink you gave me? It smells good, but it looks weird.
It's all the rage amongst the elite now. They call it coffee.
Oh,
It's
coffee.
derived from rare Dagdan beans, which are roasted, ground, and then boiled over water.
That's a lot of effort to make hot bean water. Nobles find such inventive
I've never,
ways to
I've
waste
never had
time.
her coffee
Hold your
being so
criticism until
insulted in
you've
my life.
tasted it. And taste it quickly, please. This is a beverage that one must drink hot.
Damn straight.
All right.
Iced coffee is grim. Lukewarm coffee
Well,
is...
Your verdict?
Whoa.
Cold coffee
This
is
is not what I
probably
expected.
worse than iced coffee.
Kinda tastes like mud, but also it's delicious
Like
and I never want to
coffee
stop
that's been
drinking.
sitting in a mug for like
Exactly my
3
reaction.
hours or something.
The flavor
Room
is
temperature.
So striking
If it's,
that one
like,
trembles for more.
lukewarm, like it's gone cold, but
Hold
it's
on.
not actually
One more?
cold. That's better than
Indeed,
iced
I
coffee.
do not.
Not
The
ideal, but it's
coffee
better
bean,
than iced
as
coffee.
I mentioned, is rare and thus expensive. They are not easy to procure. Though, if I could restore House Nouvelle to its former glory, I might have means to acquire more.
On second thought, never mind. You don't have to go to all that trouble.
Oh, but I was going to restore my house anyway. It's just maybe sometime until my finances improve.
How about we go to the woods and find some fruit trees like we did the other day? Fresh fruit might not be as fancy as coffee, but it's good enough for me. Come on.
If that's all you desire, I think I can indulge you. To the orchards!
Cool. All right, let's go with this. Let's go with this for now. I think we want to explore, right? Like the calendar day. Yeah. So this is the month coming up. Obviously, do paralogs then. 100% need to do at least one paralog. Holy crap. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. That's 3 Sundays of paralogs. The problem is that doesn't allow us to do any money-making missions. We only have 2 training days, like instructing days. So it might actually be good to do paralogs and money-making here as well. And then we don't have to do that in the following months. I can see that being a good idea. Certs, anyone to cert up? I doubt it, but oh, Claude is mastered. So what did you get from mastering this, my boy? Class abilities charm. Did you get like a mastery? Huh? How would I know? The question is, what do you make him into? Not hero. Assassin? I mean, Swordmaster maybe? Tempting. Lawrence, you're fine. Ignatz, you're fine, obviously. Lysithia, you need to get your... We need to teach you hard. 65%. How far is she? 142. So we get minimum 32 in a teaching session. Then she'll get like 30 from being taught in a lesson. Yeah, it's not leveling up. We'll level her up before the end of a month, or class her up before the end of a month, but she needs 2 teaching sessions and probably a combat session. I so want to make Lysithia a trickster. I so want to do it. Marianne, sorry, not Lysithia. What am I saying? 30, you're fine. Linhart, you need to get Bishop, 68. Vampire Nerd, yeah, I was thinking about that, man. Alstar, what was that game that you said? That other game that I saw you post in Discord. Oh, Liquidation. Can you post the Steam link? And now I'll take a look at it later. What is it? Ingrid needs the Wyvern Rider. Max B. Hannah Manuela, Catherine Shamir, Cyril, Yuri, Balthus. Connie's fine, right? Yeah, because she's that happy. Can now get this. Yes! That's exactly what we want. Funny, because there are Fire Emblem games where you do end up with kids that can join you in combat. So what I did, Dalstar, was after unmapped it.
Easy peasy.
Had to do like I can now you guys can't see it for whatever reason. I guess it's because it's a little drop down menu. but I now get like exclusive options. Oh, this isn't quite as exclusive as I'd hoped. That's a bit annoying. Oh, AI, you have failed me. I need somebody with like unlimited credits. Or like a lot of credits. Or somebody's already made it. But yeah, I don't know what to do, Claude. We will go to the Explore, obviously. Southwest, Flame Emperor, bloody 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 blah. We're doing quite well with levels. We're doing quite well with levels. Except the question, right?
Hey. What's this about? The ball. It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest of some knights in particular.
Yeah, she's bitter that she doesn't like.
It's not mine.
I don't know whose that could be. D plus doesn't give us any. I mean, it's gotta be Lysithia, right? Yeah, there's no one else. Connie, to be fair. But I mean, Lysithia. We have now recruited everybody. So we now, but I mean, nobody's getting near A rank yet.
You were outmatched.
Oh, my little pocket rocket. I kind of want to marry Lysithia. Because, you know, she's cute. Like a little baby.
I just worked harder.
Oof. 15 damage. Yeah, we risk it for a biscuit. Why has she got sword still turned on?
Of course I won.
Oh, and that's a double XP. Never mind.
You were outmatched. This is what I do.
Little Lysithia, dark magic attack.
Too much merriment. The librarian betrayed us. The Death Knight is back.
Gilbert, what do you have for me? We won't return all of the lost property today.
It cannot be true that our siblings in arms could turn. To think that I know not how far to take my search. Unlike the monks, some are in quite unique circumstances. I have a request.
I'm we're coming to Enix. I ain't writing, right? I need to find somebody who's played this game before and knows whether it's worth like. Obviously, we get our like god class, right? But I can max that out with renown. Is that worth doing?
Hello there. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes?
Yeah, fine. It's only 200 G.
I think this one, yes? I thank you.
You know
this
what?
One, yes? I think this one, yes? I think
we have 27k, which is quite a lot.
I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes?
The
I think this one, yes?
No,
I
must
thank you.
buy
Return soon,
one of
please.
everything.
Hey, welcome. You have a good eye. You have a pleasure doing be. You have a good eye. 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 You have a good eye.
Oh, 10 grand spent on this, but it keeps people's happiness up, and what it allows me to do is like keep people's happiness up without spending action points.
I'd love to catch. Hey, how about a favor?
I wanted to upgrade this, didn't I? For some reason. Apparently my light magic sucks. Like really sucks. But we'll come back to that one. Oh, mummy, right? Oh, mother. I could have sworn, like in my first playthrough, there was an item or two in it at the start.
Before the ball, it is customary that we host a competition of dance known as the White Heron Cup. The students are quite fond of this tradition. Each house must select a representative to compete.
Dancer!
Their dance shall be judged by its beauty, grace, and technique. The student who is deemed the winner will be given the opportunity to train as a dancer.
I'm turning into an alcoholic, guys. What's the one I played?
It is a very precious thing, the gift of dance. I hope that you and your students will choose to
It's just
participate.
so delicious. But I'm healthy.
May I ask a favor?
I live a life of absolute health. Hey, Gandalf. Absolute health, don't you know?
I have looked into Tomas, but from his behavior up until it is almost as
Again, like usual, we'll kind of skip through a lot of the conversations that we've had before, just to speed things up a little bit, at least until the time skip. You know, again, NG plus means the whole, you know, it's fishing XP, yeah. NG plus means all of the start is the
said
same.
to have been completed during the ethereal moon. Why, 900 every year?
Yeah, 1,000 years is going to be special. That's kind of sad, you know. We're still trying for a bit of cavalry XP. As I said, I was saying earlier, I don't know if I finished my thought. It's possible I was drunk or something. I don't know.
Really? Oh my.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know whether the god class, whether it's worth, or like child of the goddess or whatever class you
There's
get,
some people
whether
in the
it's
church
worth
who hate
going for
people
that.
like me who are from Elmira.
Because we can get it with
Tomas was
renown, and I
always
can go
real
into a
kind.
different class instead,
But
and still have
if
the
he really
bonus.
was Lady Rhea's enemy, well, I'd defend her against anybody.
You're a fool. Why am I giving you anything? Lady Rhea's bedroom. Let me in. Let me in. Uh-huh. Animated bait. Literally a large portion of the internet. Animated bait. Nothing in, nothing in any of those rooms. No. Okie dokie. Time to go and look at the anonymous letters. There are many citizens of the Empire who are currently in despair. I think it's time for a change in leadership. Perhaps someone new should ascend the throne. This is Ferdinand. You would do well as a ruler, Ferdinand. It is of a choice. I have time for them. You do well as a ruler. Yeah. So I feel like you're not supposed to give them moral choice. You're supposed to,
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us. I can feel my heart fluttering already. I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life.
some people would say I haven't
very much
either.
looking forward to it.
I've just, like,
Have you
moved
heard
and jumped
yet
up
about
and
the
down.
White Heron Cup? If you have yet to choose a representative, do you mind terribly if I volunteer? Understood.
Sorry, baby. I'd say baby as in, like, she is a little baby.
Professor,
A ball?
And this is it.
I don't think there's a dance contest as well. I see. I'll cheer for our class, of course. So, who will represent our house in the contest? I see. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, what did you say?
You change the stream title. You've chosen your representative. Lost items. Anything there? Nope. Okay. Stream setting. Let me just change the stream title. Because we're gonna need to wait a little bit on the whole Planned Parenthood thing.
Did you need something, Professor? I suppose I should...
I still think Dorothy is a better pick, but Linhardt can take the role of our main healer. And between the two of them, that's fine. It's really hard to dance like that, where you're supposed to be dancing with a partner. Which is what those hand positions kind of suggest. If you don't have a partner. Oh, I need to end, yeah. Like, I think you normally
No, that's no good.
start with a
can't
partner.
seem to get a
Not
feel
least
for
because
it.
they lead you, right? I can't dance. I've not like at a nightclub or anything. I definitely can't dance there, but I've tried with mates to do, you know, who can dance, and with friends to do like salsa and, you know, I mean, not like properly tried, but you know, waltz and other sort of ballroom dancing and stuff, and they've been like, oh yeah, I'll lead you, it'll be fine, it's easy, like, you know, who fucks this up? Apparently I do. I have zero hand-eye coordination. Absolutely zero. Absolute. My mind moves 10 times faster than my body.
Hello.
And that's like a major problem.
pardon me.
I sort
Last
of
month was the balls.
Boogie Wonderland speakers and I'm juking out on a dance floor. Dude, safety dance first and foremost.
Hey,
Like, how could you possibly have a dance
What
or
happened
without
in
knowing
Ramaya
the
was
safety dance?
The whole village burned. Thankful. I pray until that.
Thankfully, what? I didn't see my name there. Thankfully, I was there to stop it. That's all you need to say. Anything else is fluff.
Now, another month full of chaos. I barely had time to catch my breath. What is the objective of Tomas and his ilk? And what makes Flame so special? Does that not bother you?
Distract Lance versus Bigger One Land Freestyle. Who wins? I mean, that's all good, very solid, good questions.
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to invite to a rendezvous at the Goddess Tower. However, I can't imagine he'd be interested in a sheltered
rendezvous?
engineer like myself.
in the dance.
Hard to pluck up the courage when that's where my thoughts are.
Who is the lucky gentleman or lady? Safe dance. What else could be like an iconic one, though? I mean, you know, you gotta have something like. Was S Club just a British and European thing, or was it, or did it ever make it to the States? I'm not sure it did make it to the States. Like, yeah, there's a bit of Eurotrash, right? You need a bit of Eurotrash, which frankly,
even though
S Club is British,
still have a mission,
and therefore very much not Eurotrash. Objectively, it's not Eurotrash, but it also came out in the 90s. Eurotrash is like 90s music that came out in the mid 2000s in like Central and Eastern Europe. Numa song.
Dancing a folk is not the same as dancing from Bridget. The reason is, in Bridget, dancing is different for each person. Our dancing has vigor and ferocity. There is no speech of technique for our dancing.
I haven't been properly clubbing Matho in ages. No, nobody likes going to chalk, Matho. For some unknown and surprising reason, nobody likes chalk.
It was held by my father, the Prime Minister. I really showed off my dancing skills. Everyone was quite...
Actually, I have been to Revenge since you were here.
How could you...
I think I went last summer with somebody who moved into the flat block next door. And I knew him growing up. And I convinced him to come over for a drink, and we ended up going out till like 6 a.m. And I invited him out like a month later, and he's like, nah, dude, I can't do it. Go out with you, and I end up dead for 3 days.
Professor!
The ball is coming up soon. I can't wait to fill up on food. The ball is... I can't...
City. Yeah, it is, but like, you know, you turn 31, Matho. You'll do it eventually. Someday you'll turn 31 as well, and you'll be like, no, please.
What could I think it would be?
Steinens. Are any of these? Nah, they're all for the bloody teachers.
Mercedes, she was slapped.
Lost items. You're in Blue House, aren't you?
No.
No, who likes ghost stories? I remember somebody like, it's not Casper though. Should be Casper.
Hey. Great work in Remire Village, Professor. But no.
You are Sylvain. Mercedes likes ghost stories, that's it, yeah.
I've been thinking of inviting a girl from a different house to the Goddess Tower.
Yeah.
On the night of the ball.
Go for it. Why not?
Here's the twist. She's from a family with a much more significant and storied past than mine. I wonder if she'd ever stoop to going out with the humble son of a knight.
Yeah, man. Tell me about it.
This is most upsetting.
I can't believe this. First it's the Death Knight, and now Tomas. I can't stand the thought of such evil lurking in the world. We have to do something about this. I have to do something
Nobody
about
has to do anything about this. I choose to do something because I'm able to. You choose to do something because you're stupid enough not to realize that you'll end up dead.
What's this?
Why do you have half happiness? Did I accidentally teach you? Shit. Why did I waste like my time on some bumbling buffoon?
The area
Mummy
with the
Catherine.
old chapel was supposed to be off limits. It was at risk of collapse, so they didn't even post guards. It's not too strange. Does that surprise you? Meh. That's true of the underground. People call it the sealed forest.
One of these is yours. I can't bother to read them all. Oh yeah, literally none of them were yours. Fine. See if I can.
People call it...
I've gotten the most efficient route down here, by the way.
Greetings, Professor.
Nothing to report.
Other than the legend of the Goddess Tower, of course. Have you heard the students talking about it? On the last night of the ethereal moon, on the same night as the ball, if a man and a woman go to the goddess tower and make a wish, it's sure to come true. I have a wish, but I can't find anybody to make it with me.
Don't I feel that way about? Oh shit. I'm not sure if this actually makes a difference, but we gotta start thinking. It was Petra and Dorothea, right? But Hilda's a pink-haired anime girl. And she was too much of a tomboy at first, but I'm kind of liking it. Ingrid is a blonde-haired anime girl. Mercedes, like, IRL, totally without, like... Wait, are these the only people that we're be with? That way we can't choose Constance and people? And, some of the others? I guess this doesn't make a difference, right? We gotta make a choice. And I am so heavily leaning towards Lysithea. It doesn't make a difference, right? But Petra we've not spent much time interacting with, whereas we have Lysithea. Ingrid's got spirit. Petra's fucking Petra. But again, we haven't spent as much time with them, because they're not in our house. And Petra's been in the A-team. She'll always be in the A-team. She's a god tier. But...
The ball really brings back memories. Had some wild times back when I was first enrolled here. Ladies used to line up around the block for a chance to dance with the debonair king of grappling.
Mm-hmm. Sure they did, buddy. Sure they did. Wait, is it a fishing day today? It is a fishing day today. Fish full of fish. That's just like loads of fish, right? But what's that do? Yep. Can you collect multiple?
Like the church has
you
been
can collect
taking
multiple.
The orphans from Remire Village. They do a good thing every once.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of how I met my wife. I was at a village's harvest festival. There was a full moon, bathing everything in its cool glow.
Alois is the kind of guy who I feel like wouldn't realize he's married until like 5 years after being married. He'll be like, yeah, so there was this woman, and she was strangely, she'd like to spend time with me. And when I was looking for somewhere to live, she said that we should live together. And then she said we should spend more time together, so we did. And then she said we should have children together, and so we did. And then somebody said we were married, and I thought, no, I don't know if I was married. She appeared out of nowhere, yeah. A wonderful story, my boy.
We soon fell in love and tied the knot. Now we have a daughter who's as bright and beautiful as a sunny morning.
Screwed my shoulder.
So, whenever I see people dancing, I think of my wife, and my heart does a little waltz.
Oh, he's a chill bloke, though. He's, in a sense, I'd say a bit like Hanneman. Like, genuinely a bit like Hanneman. Like, he has his faults. But he's not a bad dude. Like, Hanneman's a bit like, a bit much, a bit full on. But he's not, okay, none of that was yours. But he's not a bad guy, right? And Alois is a bit of a fucking moron. But he's not a bad guy.
Professor, I used to think I would be comfortable with all manner of experiments, so long as they provided usable results. But when I heard of Solon's work, well, I realized I'd not considered the moral and philosophical limits of what all manner of experiments might mean. Sorry, I'm not great with blood. Even when I'm just thinking about it, I feel a bit ill now.
That was what was the thing here? I haven't actually been reading any of this.
Oh.
Do a teeny tiny bit of fishing. We do a bit of fishing, you know what we have to do though, right? That's right. Options. Yep. Oh, my shoulder really hurts. This will help with money as well. Damn it. RuneScape will never not be the best, one of the best soundtracks of all time, OSTs of all time. RuneScape, Halo, Command & Conquer, like for sure stands up there. Like something for each genre of music. Civilization 5, Baba Yatu, the intro, iconic. But I mean, that's not a... Well, that was kind of written for the game, right? It's just the Lord's Prayer. It's just the Lord's Prayer in Swahili. But I'm not sure it was ever a song. I think it was like the Lord's Prayer. Oh, what was it? What is the Lord's Prayer? I had to say it in my primary school till I protested out of anger and hatred. You know, our Father who art in heaven, that's it, yeah, hallowed be thy name, yeah, thy kingdom done. Bloody bloody blah, basically all hail God. Nothing like individuality or human, you know, helping each other, helping our fellow human beings or helping ourselves, like a prayer that's wholly and entirely devoted to somebody else. And forcing children to recite it. Yeah, so Halo, Civ 5 intro, Command & Conquer, RuneScape. What else would I say is like iconic? To be fair, and this might be because I was a Battlefield guy over Call of Duty, but like the Battlefield, like the intro sort of like bars, it's a bit like hearing Black Parade. The intro to Black Parade. You know, the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Bad Company 2 might have had it in his intro. It's a sort of iconic 4, 5, 6 notes of music that I think everybody would at least be like, hey, wait a minute, I've heard this before. Age of Empires, I would say, doesn't have iconic music. And I say that as an Age of Empires kid. StarCraft definitely doesn't have iconic music. World of Warcraft might do. I never played it, but I also never heard World of Warcraft music. Yeah, AoE has iconic unit sounds. 100%. 100%. Completely agree. But AoE's music, like, don't get me wrong, I could recognize it anywhere, but I don't think it's iconic in the same way. It's more like a siren's call to your childhood, if that makes sense, right? It's more like you hear it and you're reminded of your childhood. And even Command and Conquer, in a sense, starts to fall into that category. Whereas Halo's like theme song, intro song, main song, OST, whatever you want to call it, that is something that kind of reaches across almost generations. It's, even if you don't know what it is, you recognize it, and that's kind of my point about iconic. Iconic means at a bare minimum you might not have any clue what it is, but you've heard it before. I bet like some classical music. Like, I have no knowledge of classical music at all, but there's like Beethoven's Fifth, da 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 da, right? Da 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 da, da 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 da. Everybody on the fucking planet knows that. I couldn't tell you anything else about it, but it's iconic. That's what iconic means. And RuneScape intro shit. Yeah, oh, it's the third. I wasn't paying attention. RuneScape is iconic. This login screen, man. Watching the bar load. Coming home from school. Right, let's keep going. Let's go a bit more, because obviously the fish is really useful for meals. Which, if we're gonna try and like force people to kiss and do a little like eugenics program, then that's what we want. Oh, that's a good point. We could do a eugenics program. We're unsure if either like pair with each other. The problem is you try and do that, and then you do that for two characters and you realize that your eugenics program has to stop because there's not enough available pairs for other people. So you can't do a full-on like, oh yeah, let's get all the nobles together, or let's pair all the nobles with all the commoners. You know, eugenics doesn't have to be bad, like for bad reasons. Crusader, dude, yeah, Crusader Kings mindset, yeah. I was a Crusader Kings 2 like massive fan. I joined halfway through the game's like lifespan, but like Crusader Kings 2, man, it's totally different from Stellaris, but the mindset is very similar. I mean, it's basically the same, right? People go too extreme. They're like, yeah, like in real life, I'm a rainbow flag waving, sandal wearing, long haired hippie. Lock in. There we go. Sandal wearing hippie from California who smokes weed and, you know, lives in a commune. But you play Crusader Kings 2 and you're like, wait, you have the genius trait? My daughter has the genius trait. You are my daughter's like cousin? Nah, it doesn't matter. Same with Stellaris, right? You're like, this planet has a bunch of people that will will never be happy in my empire, but this planet is important. Therefore, let's remove everybody from the surface of this planet. And I don't mean by sending to a different one. Yeah, no, I meant like just the extremism that people will laugh as 1930s German mustache man in CK2 and Stellaris, and it doesn't matter if they're sandal wearing hippies or right of Attila the Hun. Everybody's the goddamn same. Sure, if you play CK2 or Stellaris. Plays machines, never had that problem. Profit, yeah, because you exterminate the problem. And that's my point. I haven't played much Stellaris. I pre-ordered it. I played it when it first came out. And then the first major patch kind of put me off because they changed how expansion was done. And it was just kind of a bit... I poured so many hours into it by then. It was a couple of 100 hours in the first like 2 weeks. Because I was a student at the time. I had nothing but free time. What? Yeah, dude. Like the problem with Paradox games, like Hearts of Iron 4, right, is one of my most played games on Steam. But I haven't played it in 5 years, 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Around the time the No Step Back, like Soviet DLC, like tank design DLC came out. I'd never played the tank design DLC, although I think I own it. But maybe I don't own it. And you know, you step away from any Paradox game, any game made by Paradox Interactive. You step away for 6 months and you can just about probably get back into the game. Anything more than 6 months and you're gonna struggle. Anything more than a year, fuck it, you're cooked. You're absolutely fucked. It would be easier to start playing any Paradox game having never played it before versus if you played it for like... If I had never played Hearts of Iron 4, it would be easier to get into it now than it would be for me. Because I played Hearts of Iron for 5 years, you know, 2,000 hours or something, right?
Maybe.
And I have set in my mind how the game works, and it's the only thing I ever watch on Twitch as well. Like, for kind of obvious reasons,
Where
right?
did that Ingrid run off to? The ball.
I spend all day, every day streaming, and frankly, watching streams is not what I'm interested in. But the only thing I still watch on Twitch is like 1 or 2 people play Hearts of Iron. And even then, I couldn't get back into Heufel. Not even if I tried. It would just be too different from what I know. We wanted a particular type of seed. Just like Manuela. Well, no, wait. Nah, let's stop there. Let's stop there. Who needs a bit more damage? Oh, we want Angelica purple flowers. Angelica mixed herb. Mixed herb and Angelica. I've never met anybody called Angelica. I am assured it's a name.
I hear you. On an average year, the winning contestant charm is important.
We don't know the support convo while we're here. Sorry, boys and girls, but that'll be
Marianne, please accept my apologies for my behavior yesterday.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Asking you about your family like that was pretty insensitive of me. No matter how curious I am, that's no way to treat someone. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You weren't being insensitive. I just didn't want to talk about it. I don't spend much time talking about myself. Not to people, anyway.
If not people, then with who? Unpeople? Non-people?
Well, yes. I'm much more comfortable talking to anyone who isn't a person.
I was actually joking, but now I'm mystified. Who is it you like to talk to?
Dorte the horse.
Ah, of course. Good old Dorte. And does he understand what you tell him?
We understand each other. He tells me when he's sleepy, or when his stomach hurts,
I really hurt my
or
shoulder.
his
I
nose
slept on it.
itches.
Like, a bit
Sounds
weird.
like a complainer, that Dorte. But let's table this fascinating discussion for just a moment. Now that we've gotten in some small
Slowly
talk,
getting
I'd like
worse.
to know what you're hiding. You are hiding something, right?
I'm sure
Your
painkillers and
lineage,
alcohol
perhaps?
won't mix badly together.
No.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it's all just idle gossip, that's fine too. But if it's something silly like, my ancestors were cursed, therefore I'm cursed, you should know that I won't accept that nonsense. That sort of thinking is stupid, and that's all there is to it. Say your ancestors were thieves. Does that make you a thief, even if you've never stolen a thing? Of course not.
But people have burdens to bear from the moment they're born.
Oh,
My burdens are
God.
so big that I'm sorry. I
Maybe
can't
you're not
discuss
as
this
stupid
anymore.
as I thought.
People certainly are born with burdens. She's right about that. But Marianne, don't you know that you can choose not to carry them?
You choose not to carry them? Oh, yeah, no.
Lysithea, do you have a moment? There is a matter of significance I'd like to discuss with you.
We've seen this one
I know
before, I
you're
think.
always seeking the attention of ladies, but why are you wasting your breath on me?
Don't be silly. I want to discuss the future of the Alliance, to have a constructive and candid exchange
Be
of
my
opinion.
wife! Our child will
I'm the one
rule
being
1/3
silly.
of the Alliance.
Actually, I'm busy. Stuff to do.
Now, hold on just a moment. House Ordelia will never benefit from such a narrow-minded mentality.
I was under the impression you were interested in me as a person. What do house matters have to do with anything?
As it stands, the bonds between Alliance lords are quite weak. If this state of affairs persists, I'm afraid those bonds may dissolve entirely.
I
I
couldn't
feel like
care less.
I've seen or
Ordelia may be
read
small,
a few
but a
pieces
small house
about
is
this
fettered by
before.
fewer
And it's
obligations than a
really
larger
curious
one.
to me how
Apply yourselves actively in diplomacy, negotiate wisely, and you could do much
Japanese
to help maintain
anime
peace among the neighboring lords. The recognition of those
always
lords would benefit your
has
house
and still
immensely.
does, even though
To
its
that end,
audience is
why not start with me,
primarily
the heir to
Japanese.
House
A lot of
Gloucester? It couldn't hurt for us
JRPGs
to
are
become
written
friends,
for the
could it?
Japanese audience
Yes, yes,
and
of
exported
course.
as
When the time
sort of a
comes.
second
But right
thought.
now, I'm quite
Even if the
busy.
sales figures
Maybe
in the
later.
US are bigger than Japan.
As it is, I'm
Japanese
studying
audience is the
magic
main
for the
target
benefit
audience,
of
right?
the Alliance.
And
I
yet,
would appreciate
same
it
with
if
that,
you
and
left me
that's
to
very
it.
true for anime and
I see.
manga.
Then
And
forgive
yet,
the intrusion. I will take my
European
leave of you for
feudal
now.
society,
But if there is
nobles,
any way I
lords,
can be of help
peasants,
to you or your house, I hope that you won't hesitate to ask.
Catholic
After all,
Church.
as I'm sure you know, the future of the Alliance is my
So
responsibility.
common. And Japanese feudal society is
Future, he says.
like hardly
Do
ever
I have a
used,
future?
except very specifically in a very specific genre. I find that really curious. I have no idea. It would make sense to do that now, where Europe and the US is obviously, each of those is probably a larger market than Japan, let alone both combined. But I'm very curious as to why that started.
There you are, Lysithea. I've been looking for you. So,
Especially
I have
when,
high
because
hypothesis
when
about your crests.
manga
I
started
know
being
you're the one
written,
who sent me that
which is
anonymous
actually
letter.
hundreds of years old,
There are
but
things we must discuss.
modern post-1945
Sounded
manga.
like some bizarre love letter.
What?
It was for the Japanese
No,
audience.
Of course not.
And it was,
However, I wonder
there's so
what you would have
much
done if it
based
was.
around European
Now I'm
feudal
just
society,
confused.
nobility,
Gross.
European castles,
I'm
the
sorry, but that is
church
not
is
the
always,
overall
it's the
topic of
Catholic
discussion.
Church. They went
Do pay attention.
Catholic
Pay
Christian
attention
nun
to
uniform
you?
and priests
As
and
though
stuff.
anything you say is worth listening to. It's not like you can tell me anything I don't already know.
And
you don't have a very positive opinion of your crests, do you?
No one else on
That's
the
why you
planet
should listen to
really does that in their sort of cultural fiction.
I've dug through all my books, and there's no record of anyone being
that I
born
can think
with
of.
2 crests. You are, to be blunt, an impossible occurrence.
Certainly not before the
For you to
digital
have a
age.
second crest, it must have been forcibly implanted after birth.
Is that your theory then?
Then it's very pick up and create a bomb.
Yes.
But why
it
not
is.
use their own version of feudal Japan?
To further the theory, if the power exists to implant a crest, then it must be possible to
And why did
remove
Europe
one too.
and the United
And that
States
is the real issue at hand.
go in a direction of
I could have one removed?
That's what Hannah
science
is working on understanding.
fiction,
I'm helping him.
fantasy, all the
Professor
rest of it,
Hanneman.
but without the
Based on your reaction, it seems you want
feudal
one of your crests
European
removed.
like
I don't
setting.
think I'd give up having 2 crests if I were you.
I don't disagree with
Is
you,
that
Alstar,
so?
but
Even if you'd gone through
I don't think
horrifying
that's
experiments,
the entire
endless
answer.
trauma,
Because if that was
and
tr-
if you
if
knew
that's
that all this
is the
pain made you
major,
die very,
the main
very
answer,
young,
and that would be true for
That's
for
what you
European and American fiction as well.
you're completely lacking in empathy.
There's got to be some
So of
other
course you
aspect.
would make such a
Maybe
crass
they
and
don't
foolish
want
assumption.
to use Japanese history for some reason. That would explain why they then picked European. But I mean, you know, it can't just be because European feudal culture is easy to understand and pick up. Like I said, manga and early anime was written for the Japanese audience, and a lot of it still is. But I mean, it all started for purely Japanese consumption, and yet instead of choosing their own history or something make-believe, either fantasy or sci-fi, they chose their baseline setting, a lot of their baseline setting, as this feudal 1400s, you know, 1300s, 1350s to 1450s Europe. And no one else on the planet that I can think of who's had major sort of publishing industries in print, for manga, for television, and for video games have gone in the same direction. And Japanese export anime, manga, and video games have never been for outside of Japan, have never been designed for outside of Japan's audience until well after the year 2000 as the #1 priority. The #1 priority was the internal Japanese audience until 2000. I mean, some cases to this day, but let's be generous and go back to maybe 2005. 2008 is really when you're looking. The world changed in 2008 and 2000.
These ones
Classic
are
European Japanese anime
probably
co-productions
shouldn't
that many
pick
people
them
don't realize is actually anime.
Ah,
Oh!
Marianne. Harvesting the crops?
Oh, yes, Linhart. I found which vegetables are ripe and ready, but would you mind picking them for me?
See, you've
You go
mistaken
back
me for someone who
to-
sticks his hands in the dirt.
I'm just afraid that if I touch them...
Gundam! Early Gundam! Right?
Oh, I see. You're
They have
afraid
like
everyone who eats them will
nobility,
suffer bad luck.
and
Yes,
it's
it's
modeled
true.
after like a
I
feudal
wouldn't want
society.
anyone else to suffer because
Okay,
of
Vic,
me.
never heard of those,
Marianne,
Scandal. But
that's simply
why
not
do
the
they
way
do
the
that?
world works.
And I choose
You
Gundam
see-
because that's 1970s.
Forget it.
Where
Tell me
the,
which
the,
ones-
the only audience in the mind of the writers
Thank you
was
so much,
Japanese citizens.
Happy to help, but I'm beat.
They weren't
You'll
trying
have
to
to carry
appeal
them
to the
yourself,
Brits
so
and
take them
to
straight
the
in,
Europeans
okay?
and the Americans. They didn't give a shit about them. Why
Oh,
did
actually,
the
before I
Japanese?
go,
Why did
Do you mind if I ask you a question? I've been thinking.
the Japanese
Isn't it more
industry
the
think
case
that
your
the
crest
Japanese
brings
public and the
happiness rather
Japanese
than bad
audience
luck?
would like the European idea
I don't
more than their
understand.
own, or more than sci-fi, or more than
Yes,
fantasy?
happiness.
Because the Europeans
Because your
never thought
crest
that.
is so rare.
They
It
never
excites
picked
my mind. and-
somebody else's
well,
culture,
if
or
not
even
for your
necessarily
crest,
their
we
own.
might never have
Neither
met.
did the Americans.
And I feel that would be a tremendous loss. backbreaking as it was,
70s kids shows that are actually anime.
I'm quite happy right now.
Sure.
And it's
sure.
due entirely
But
to
you get
your
what I'm
crest.
saying, right? I don't want to go around in circles. But you get my point.
I understand.
I don't think...
Thank you, Marianne.
Like, you can list examples and I'll agree with them, but I don't think we've stumbled across a reason as to why it was a good idea. Obviously, after a while, it becomes self-perpetuating, right? Like, oh, people like this as a setting, and let's make more of it. Yeah, in that case. After that, you're not doing it because of what it is. You're doing it because what it is makes you money.
Our life in Ramire Village is gone. Father and mother, gone. Why couldn't you have arrived
You're
just a little
eccentric. Yeah,
sooner?
and that's, again, my point, Gandalf. Why? Where am I going? Where is this little dot on my minimap?
Whoa.
Here.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
I mean, I remember watching the original 1982 Transformers, G1 and G2, they were called. Bloody fantastic. By the way, absolutely incredible TV shows. Phenomenal TV shows as a kid. And by phenomenal, I mean just out fucking standing. And they were set in the US, but they were sci-fi with robots and, like, you know, military
Yummy.
shit.
Who made
So that made
this?
sense in 1982 for the Japanese to set it in the US. They could have set it in Japan, but the US was the obvious, like, other one. That makes sense. But that's the exception to the rule, I would say. That is an example of
I would be liking
it's
that
a
greatly.
military themed thing, and the
I
US is like
appreciate any
Independence
good meal,
Day and
but
other,
nothing
you know.
beats
The
enjoying
aliens
my
always
favorite
land
food.
in New York or over the White House, right? Always do, right? Forget the fact that it's an American movie 99% of the time. If I was a movie producer, I would have it land over the White House.
It's for the good of it.
You know, better or for worse, the United States is the premier just about, although they're trying to prove me wrong.
I'm glad the
They
Ramire
are the
Village
premier
situation got
superpower on the
sorted out.
planet.
But it's not over yet, is it? And I can't believe old Tomas turned out to be an enemy. Who can you trust anymore?
I mean, the Eurocentric thing, one could argue that that goes back to history. And I don't mean like World War II and shit. I mean like,
I'm glad that I can't...
I mean like the Europeans and the Japanese have a have a reasonably old history. In a way that they don't have with the Americans.
I wonder... So many dead.
Then again,
Not even the tragedy in Ramire. I get that they're probably seeking a distraction, but it still feels pretty damn selfish of you. Things have quite...
then again, the Americans
that's not...
were responsible for Reconstruction, and you know the rest is history, as they say. You know. You can see it with Tommy Lee Jones, the guy from No Country for Old Men and Men in Black, right? That's probably the thing most people know him from, Men in Black. He did like coffee commercials in Japan. Arnold Schwarzenegger did coffee commercials in did the commercial in Japan in the 80s, early 90s. Japan like went crazy for American actors doing commercials. And the American actors either said like nothing in Japanese, or they said like 3 words, or they spoke in English. And yet, despite all of that, for their sort of fantasy settings of magic, they choose medieval Europe. It's kind of weird. I find that kind of thing with culture fascinating because it highlights that as human beings separated by half the planet, me compared to Japan,
thank you very
half
much.
the planet away, there are things that join us culturally.
Oh, someone entered the old chapel. I think the townsfolk used it for feasts, and with that whole Tomas business, you can't blame.
And we don't do the same. That was my other point. And that's also my counter argument to the whole, oh, well, it's an easy thing to understand.
The lost.
It's American and European cartoons, kids TV shows, fiction, all the rest of it tend not to follow the same kind of European nobility logic in the same way.
It's true.
Um,
Tomas wasn't, but that's all. Even when he
And
was
to the same
supposedly
level,
in Odelia territory,
like we,
he
you
was
know,
still feeling
Western
bothered.
fiction branches out far more.
What?
And normally tries to create a more alien, a more like different sort of culture to base their fantasy fiction on. You might get hints of feudalism, you know, nobility versus commoners, but it's not as close to a parody of real life, which is what this is. Obviously, it's not that close, but it's a junior schoolers understanding of
although I'm
feudal
not
Europe,
much of a dancer.
and that's what Japan goes for. 70 years Doctor Who over the course of the past few years, so I know for sure that it is not so very Britain, much sure. And Doctor Who is a cultural fucking icon.
Oh.
I've never watched much of the old stuff. I watched all of the new stuff up until Jodie Foster, the woman who took over as Doctor Who. I never finished it, and that's where I stopped.
Never seen that.
But I've seen every episode between that and between like halfway through her final season, or like her second season, I think. I never watched the finale with like her and like the child of the Time Lords or whatever the bullshit was, and it was just I mean I didn't realize it until afterwards, but the reason why it was so shit was because the guy who took over the script writing was an idiot. He wrote fan fiction for Doctor Who as a kid, and basically when he grew up, he became a script writer and got the job of head script writer for like 3 years, and then got quickly shoved aside when the ratings plummeted. And the reason for that is that he stuck his childhood fan fiction into the main story. Like, kudos to him. He had an idea as a kid. He wanted to see it happen. Like, he made it happen, but he completely fucking ruined the
Tomas
lore.
the librarian was a bad guy? But he always seemed so nice.
But yeah, like,
Oh, come on, Self. You're
Doctor
better than
Who-
this. You promised you'd be on top of things this month.
up until Jodie Foster was great. And I think her as an actress, she was perfectly fine. Nothing against her. It was the fucking script writing.
Oh, that.
Awful. It was just atrocious. It made no sense. It retconned 70 years of television. And all because the scriptwriter was an egotistical, arrogant, self-centered moron who cared nothing for the story and cared everything for himself and his own idea that he was going to force down other people's throats. And I feel myself going back to the conversation we had a couple of days ago where I was talking about the American religious rights. So let's stop that. Retconning itself for 70 years? Not so much retconning itself. It had some core ideals. It always had a reason. It always had an explanation for why things what happened. They weren't necessarily good reasons, but they at least tied the knots. They tied the strings at the end of right? But aside from that, I mean, and there's plot armor. That's the biggest thing that you can say about Doctor Who in terms of being bad. There's plot armor, obviously. But
hey, you
know, plot armor is something that you just gotta live with in fiction, right? You gotta suspend your disbelief. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fiction.
They're having a lot. Picture them if I showed my.
But Matt Smith, David Tennant, #1, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi. Those three guys as Doctor Who. Fantastic. And all three of them were exceptionally different. And I think that's what made them work so well. So freaking well.
Hey, you. This is our last occasion.
Who is this mysterious? I asked this in the last playthrough. Who the hell is she?
They are thinking I am the follower of an evil god. It is not so, but...
Who is your favorite Doctor, Gandalf?
Not understand.
Like, if you say you watched, like, even if you didn't watch all of the, like, every single episode, like, I only know the, like, post 2003 or whenever the reboot was, right, with Christopher Eccleston, with Rose Tyler and shit. That's where I started off. Who was your favorite Doctor?
I snuck into
You
the
watched
monastery
every
a
single
while
one.
back.
Jesus Christ, man,
saw a
I couldn't
girl
do
there,
that.
The same age as me. She was crying. I couldn't believe it.
I watched a
How
bunch
could
of
you
old
ever
ones.
cry in a place like that?
We had a Doctor
There's
Who
always
club at
food
my
on the table.
primary school. We stayed after school. One of the teachers ran it. Stayed after school, and I joined it for like 2 semesters. I mean, all we did was watch like an episode of Doctor Who in like one of the small libraries. And then like had a bit of a chat about it, and you know, the teacher who was running it was brought in like cupcakes and stuff, and you know, it was quite, and we just watched random selected episodes. Like it was quite, I was 12 or something. It was a bit of fun. I thought they were fine. And looking back on it, I'm like, the lore was quite interesting sometimes, but at the end of the day, like, I didn't care. The third one? You mean a historically third one? I have no idea who the third one was. Like some of the older stuff, oh, him. Some of the older stuff is quite a lot more militaristic than modern stuff, which is a weird thing to think about, given that it was like more of a child's thing back in the day. Although saying that, both my parents, who were born in the early 50s, like they're both in their 70s now, were both, like, my mum especially said that, like, she was terrified of the Daleks. She was terrified of the Daleks. Either her or her brother, who's younger than her. Well, she said, I know she said she was terrified, but I remember her saying either her or her brother, who is some years younger than her, one of them hid behind the sofa, behind the couch, when they showed up. And this is like, this would have been, who knows, late 60s, early 70s. I mean, that would have looked like, yeah, they would have looked like this, because it was black and white, obviously, originally. Working full time for, oh, was he stranded? Okay, yeah, because like unit, like obviously, a unit is like the military task force, the anti-alien task force, but it was Cold War, right? And the British Empire wasn't quite dead and buried, and so it was still, it was the modern day, like the old school unit was very like semi World War II, but like Cold War army stuff. And it was quite different to like the modern unit, who is more like SWAT or like high-tech Delta Force. You know, wearing you know, having like cool machine guns and like wearing, yeah, you know, this kind of thing, right? That's Star Trek, obviously, but you know, they look like SWAT, and it's a slightly different vibe. In a sense, they're cooler. Like, they are just cooler. Like, everybody loves, you know, the black body armor, the black helmets, you know, the high-tech kind of shit. But they felt more like Delta Force. And I've seen clips of Unit from the 1970s, 1980s Doctor Who, where they're fighting like giant robots that the Doctor is trying to get rid of. And Unit's like there with like Willis, you know, with Jeeps, Land Rover Jeeps, or, you know, World War II. Willy Jeeps? Willis Jeeps?
Knights don't participate. It's an Aloe. He volunteers.
You know, firing bazookas and stuff. But it all just feels a bit more like Cold War, World War II. More like military warfare as opposed to that kind of sci-fi style SWAT Delta Force warfare. Part of it is the clothes they wear. Genuinely, it has a very different vibe. I was going to have operatives left, yeah. Well, Brigadier left red shirt always survives day in command. Yeah. From the new ones, you prefer Matt Smith, not David Tennant. I guess you watched it all recently, so I take your opinion now take your opinion now quite interesting, because I watched it as it was coming out. Like, I fell in love with Clara Oswald. I'm not gonna lie. It is a hard choice. They're all different. I fell in love with her. I genuinely totally fell in love with her. She was the girl next door for me. I'm not even lying. I was like 17 when she started. First appearance 2012, so I would have been 17. Yeah, I was 17. She was the fucking girl next door for me as a kid. Like, Ace. Yeah. Ace. Yeah. Yeah, I know a little bit about her. I looked her up like a while back because I think she was in some, like, I watched a clip and she was like a real tomboy of a character. I mean, if I'd been around when she had been sort of a thing, I think I could have, you know, had a poster of her up in my bedroom in the 1980s or whatever. She was the last companion before the TV show like died, right, in the 80s. And then like it got rebooted in the early 2000s. So yeah, I can see that. Blowing things up, yeah. Rebellious punk girl with a baseball bat and Molotov cocktails. Yep. 100%. Right. We've spent like an hour and a half just like running around and chatting shit. I need to actually do something like semi-interesting. Anyone to learn from? But what I thought David Tennant could do better than Capaldi, or like Capaldi, Tennant, and Matt Smith all did things like they all had something that was better than the other, right? Like I always thought David Tennant's Doctor, I mean, Christopher Eccleston was not bad. He was fine. But he wasn't, I can't think of anything that he did better than everybody else. And like, if I look back on it, That's not to say he's bad as an actor, but it's just my opinion. But David Tennant did the angry. He did the kind of like hurt angry.
This is all kinds of tasty.
He did the kind of like.
It's amazing. My favorite,
he didn't.
in fact. Do you like it too?
The other two, and I think probably Matt Smith actually probably did angry. And this is all obviously partly script writing as well, like because you only see what the script allows them to show, right? At the end of the day, if the script doesn't allow them to get angry in a certain way, you're never going to see the characters behave in a certain way. But David Tennant did the hurt angry, or the like resigned angry. Like he gave people chances, and then
on an average year,
when they like threw it back in his face, or like betrayed him or whatever, his like facial expressions, his voice, his tone of voice would shift. His facial expression, it was like that kind of thing. Like he could just do it so incredibly well.
No.
He like that emotional level of anger plus disappointment was unrivaled by anybody else. He was a phenomenal actor. Is a phenomenal actor. He's not dead. If you've not seen it, I highly recommend watching Staged TV show called Staged. It was done during COVID, and I think there were 3 seasons. If you've ever seen what was that Amazon TV show with Angel and the Demon by is it Neil Gaiman who wrote the book show, the books, with David Tennant and Michael Sheen, where they play an angel and demon. Anyway, those two do like it's scripted, but it appears like it's not scripted. 3 seasons, fucking phenomenal, bit of comedy. Highly 10 out of 10. Go and watch it. Jodie McCrimmon, a Scottish Highlander from the 18th century, was the second Doctor for most of running. Barely had any understanding for the weird sci-fi shit going on around him, but he. Oh! Okay. Don't know any of that.
I'd love to.
Hello there.
Oh, we have a lot of fishes now. Yes. Jolly good.
Return soon, please.
Welcome. Yeah. Matt Smith played was able to do the whole feelings stuff with Clara, which nobody else had ever been able to do.
Many thanks.
Which is kind of one of the other reasons I fell in love with Clara. Whatever the actress's name was. Because as a 17-year-old kid, you're watching a TV, you're horny as fuck, right? Newsflash. 17-year-old boys and girls are horny as fuck. And you see this hot girl on screen, and you see an actor who's 5, 6, 7 years older than you, sort of
come back soon,
interacting with her, and her entire sort of an underlying current of her entire character was her falling in love with the Doctor.
Bernadetta, please come out of your room.
And because Matt Smith was her age.
You need to train.
No.
And
Sorry,
nobody else could have done that.
I'm not
the
playing
Doctor
around,
had always
Bernadetta.
been old.
This training is absolutely crucial
And
to
then
your
of course
future.
Christopher Capaldi comes in, and he's
I can't handle it today. Please leave.
55.
Why did you come
50-ish.
here?
He looks old.
Why did I
And
come
Clara
here?
still looks like she's mid-20s.
To join the academy?
And
Forced.
I
that whole
suppose not
they have
everyone
a
has to be
season
pleased
together
about you.
before she goes
But
up,
even
you
so,
know, gets
Bernadetta,
replaced, drops
I'll ask
off.
one more time. Please
But the whole
come out
like
of there.
she loves him
And I'll
kind
tell
of
you one more
breaks
time.
there.
It's not happening. Not right now. Not
Not
today.
because he's old, but
You leave me no alternative. If you're near the door, you'd better step away.
I was never a fan of
My door! Why?
Now hurry along, Bernadetta. You've got lots of training
Rose
to catch
Tyler,
up on.
Gandalf.
Spare me!
I never like thought she.
Not with you.
That was a weird falling
but
when
you,
companions started
please.
falling out. Nah,
Is that
dude,
so?
it ain't. Nah, 100% no.
That's a problem.
Nah,
I know we are two
not at
very
all.
different people.
100% understandable.
Whether or not you like me, we are on the same side and must learn to work
You're
together.
I mean, let's say Doctor Who. The Doctor has almost always been a guy until Jodie Foster. So and it didn't happen with her, I don't think.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Now get on your
I
knees.
did what was necessary to
Oh.
get you to comply.
Like,
Nothing more.
here is
I
some
do
like
hope that the
alien
professor
who
will be
looks
able to
like a
help you through
human,
the rest of your training.
who
In the
is
meantime,
incredibly
I will fix
powerful,
your
takes
door.
you into adrenaline rushing situations, takes you away from your normal life, and shows you, presents you with an experience that frankly makes your normal life look boring as fuck. But they protect you beyond everything
Am I in
else.
bed dreaming, or
Like,
is that
that's
you, Mercedes?
savior complex. That's
serendipitous
hero
it is to see you
complex.
again.
Worship idolization.
Here we are.
Bare minimum,
small
let
and
alone
so
everything else that
How
comes
you've
with the whole
grown.
idea of traveling, just you and them
Express how
together.
worried
They
I
look
was to hear that
human.
You had left House Bartels.
You know, it's
I was turned
the
away anytime
adrenaline,
I
the
asked about
emotions,
you. And of
the
course, Emil would
feelings,
never
the
tell me
experiences,
I'm sorry.
feeling lucky.
There was
You
so
know,
much
it's
going on in House Bartels.
it's
back
not
then.
necessarily healthy,
But enough about all that.
but
How
it's
are
not
you,
surprising that
I
people
hear you've had
fall in
hardships
love
of
with
your
them.
own.
Indeed. House Nouvelle is no more, and I went alone.
It's
to
almost
the
an
School of
extension of
Sorcery.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh, you went to the Royal School of Sorcery? Just before I began at the Officers Academy, I was studying there as well.
You were? It
I
must
like
have been
Martha
after
Jones
my
as an
graduation in
assistant.
1177.
I didn't have a
That
crush
was
on her,
the year I enrolled. They
but
probably
like
just
she
missed each
was
other.
like
No!
by
you
the
mean
end of
to
it,
say
she was
that I
a
had
no
stayed at
nonsense,
Trent for
like no
longer?
bullshit.
We could have been reunited
Catherine
sooner?
Tate, never a
seems
massive
so.
fan. I got why people liked her.
Ah, dear
Groomed,
Constance.
in a sense, but like
when we were little,
not
I thought of
intentionally.
you as my little sister. But
And that's
now
the
that
difference
you've
between
grown
hero
up,
worship,
I think our roles
Stockholm
might be
Syndrome, and
reversed.
grooming.
I'll
Like
be looking
very
up to
simply
you,
without wanting to get
and
banned
maybe
on the
even asking
internet.
for your help sometimes.
Right. One
You'd
is
ask for
somebody's in
my
a position of power and they
I
are
never
doing,
thought I'd
they
see
are
the
not
day.
trying to manipulate
yet
you
you're
or
a
do
saint.
anything, and
You
the
know,
other person
I had
falls in
another
love with
friend
them.
at the school. Her
That
name
is Stockholm
Annie.
Syndrome
Why don't we all
hero
have some
worship.
tea together? I'm sure you two would really hit
And
it
nobody can be blamed
You
for
must
that.
meet Annette.
Right. There is no
Yes,
intent
I would welcome
behind
the
that.
chance to have
That's
a long
just
chat with her.
a thing.
I'll prepare the tea straight away.
You know, the extreme of that is
no
a
need to
younger
rush.
boy or girl
The tea isn't going
falling in
anywhere.
love or
Don't be ridiculous.
romanticizing
Time
about
is always
somebody
of the
older
essence.
than them.
Why put off for later?
That's
when
the like
I
basic version of that, and that's
Constance,
fine.
I
But
wonder what's
like
the matter.
doing it, falling in love or romanticizing about them because they are just older.
Did
The
something
grooming
happen?
thing is with intent from the person in the position of power.
Mercedes,
That is
sharing
wrong.
your precious time with me is perhaps more than I deserve.
He does regularly
What do you
kidnap
mean?
people. Well, I
Why
mean,
sit with
kidnap.
me when you could share your tea time with someone else? I shall instead
When
stand
David
and
Tennant
serve the
met
tea. Though if my presence
Catherine
still proves
Tate's
to be a burden.
character, I still remember
Goodness,
this
of
for
course it
whatever
isn't.
reason.
Are you feeling all right?
First, like Christmas
My
special,
feelings are
which is
immaterial.
normally where the
Pardon me
companions
while
are
I fetch the tea leaves at once.
introduced. Like the season ends in
Until a moment ago, everything seemed
spring,
all right.
whenever,
Why did she
and then you have a
change so
Christmas special.
suddenly?
Well, it ends
I'll
in
have to ask her what's going on.
November, and then you have a Christmas special. And the companion will disappear at the end of a season, and then you have the Christmas special, and a new companion will normally be introduced. Catherine Tate, who's a pretty, 15 years ago, was a pretty famous British female comedian. Not exactly young either. But I mean, a lot of people liked her. I thought she was funny. I thought she was a good assistant, but there was never any romance there. And when the doctor, David Tennant's doctor, is like, hey, do you want to travel with me in the Christmas special when they met? He's like, I'm searching for a mate. And Catherine Tennant's day job was as a comedian. And so they played into that for the first season or two. And there's this whole thing about, I don't want to be your mate. You know, I thought you were a nice guy, but I mean, what the hell are you asking me? That kind of thing. You know, it's, I mean, you know, it's, you know, he's trying to kidnap people that was kind of a play on the whole idea of the doctor kidnapping people, right? That you could see it that way, and here was the doctor asking this person if they wanted to come with him to explore and travel the universe in space and time, and the assistant taking it as, hey, this person wants to kidnap me. Valkyria, Doctor Who. One of the classic companions was literally entering his eyes to make a medical emergency phone call, and the doctor started the TARDIS and told her he can't just go back. Yeah, you see, that's something else, Gandor, is, like, when I was a kid, right? Born in 1995. And, I assume phone boxes were... If I just type into Google, right? Phone box. I assume these were across the planet in the 80s, or like the Western developed civilized world. Developed, not civilized, sorry, that's unfair. But like developed world in the 80s. 70s even, when Doctor Who came out. Might have been late 60s even. Early 70s. Phone boxes were a thing. I bet if I put them up, there you go. Top ones, all red. All British iconic phone boxes. And, okay, fine. I mean, maybe it's localizing because I'm in the UK, but they're all fucking red. The British iconic phone box. If I type in UK police phone box, it will show a TARDIS, which is the Doctor Who thing, right? But I mean, this is obviously not a TARDIS. It's hard to tell. This is not a TARDIS, I don't think, or it might have been, this might be a cosplay thing. Hard to even fucking tell. This might be real, you know? This might be real. But that's what the Doctor's TARDIS is based on. This is the TARDIS. This is the Doctor Who's, like, spaceship thing. And it was, the whole point of it was, you had these on, like, street corners, and you would stick somebody in there. It would have a phone on the outside. It was a jail cell. It was a jail cell. You would stick somebody in there, and then you would get the phone out the side of this, out the side of the, is that, yeah, I mean, kind of, there you go. Well, I mean, the phone wasn't there. It depended, like, quite how it was built. You either had, as this one here, there we go, view image, right? This is perfect. You had a phone there, which you would use to call up the police station and say, send somebody down to pick this person up. And then the door was so that you could send people in, or it would be more like a base station where there'd be like some food, some like a uniform and stuff, you know, just stuff the police needed. It was kind of multifunctional. They aren't all red. They are all red, crap. They're red. All the important ones are red. But yeah, I mean, that's the phone box. And that's what the Doctor Who's thing is, Doctor Who's spaceship, the TARDIS, is based off of. And the cloaking device, because he landed in London, picked up, you know, something that was inconspicuous, something nobody would notice. So it picked up a police box. I just about was around at the generation of the, like, phone boxes being a thing. My little brother might just about know what a phone box is, and he's 6 years younger than me. Want me to go out my house, walk down the road for about 10 minutes and take a picture? The only one red where I live was in the middle of town, otherwise they were glass. Well, of course they're glass. They're glass and red. There's glass for a phone box. What, like, rubbish are you chatting crap? Phone boxes are red. If it's not red, it's not a phone box. Or it was made, like, by a private company and not, like, the Royal Mail. Royal Mail, to my knowledge, are the ones who made the phone boxes. That's why, like, the post boxes, the post boxes, pillory boxes in the UK are red, Royal Mail. And then phone boxes, which were also installed and run by Royal Mail, were also, Royal Mail and British Telecom partnership. I believe, I'm willing to be corrected, were red because they were the colors. Something about liquidation. Yeah, okay, cool. To make it worse, the girl, Dodo Chaplets, said it's okay because she is an orphan and no one will miss her. I mean, one of the great things, Gandor, about Doctor Who, I always thought was, and this is just with the modern stuff, right, is the rationalization of the moral side of things. Shut up, Croc! This is hardly I'm not even streaming a game anymore. I have done, like, basically nothing, and I've been streaming for 1 hour and 42 minutes. I've just been chatting shit. Your mum's a trash can. Wait, no, sorry, no, I didn't mean it, bro. I didn't mean it. But what was I doing? Yeah, shut the fuck up, Crook. Come here and burn your house down. Croc, you've met my mother. My mother would disapprove. Shit, I spilled wine down myself. Oh no, I spilled wine on my trousers. Your mother would say it's fine. You're right. Very boring watching stream game. Well, then don't watch it. We'll be done with it soon. That was That's also not far from the tree.
Let's do this again.
We're almost done, Croc, with the same bit. We're almost done with the same bit.
Oh. How embarrassing. It is.
Plus, Biscuit wasn't around. Matt's been monologuing for 1.5 hours. No. I've been having a two-way conversation.
It all makes.
Yes. Possibly.
I appreciate.
No, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, we're done? Cool. I'm sure some of these goals are meant to change, but I can't remember what.
I've got a question.
Classrooms are so noisy. All that chatting gives me a headache. After a while, I can't stand it. Lecture. So lectures are optional. Like if you went to university, or was it college they call it in America, This is maybe true or maybe not true. It was true for me. Not true for everybody in my university, but it was true for me. That's a bad thing. My second year, I went to like... I know my dad occasionally watches my stream. I don't think he's watching it now.
And you call yourself a
What?
professor?
No! 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 I know I hit the wrong button! No! No! What have I done? Fuck! I changed the goals and I fucked up Happy! Oh! Just kidding. I genuinely almost forward and reloaded the like last save, but then I have to go through everybody else I like educated. What was I saying? Something about my dad? Monologuing. So that would tell me to do better. I can't remember. You guys are distracting me. Stop distracting me. I'm pretty damn sure that Linhart likes Almir and Pine. Oh no, it's Bernadetta. Why do I think it was? Why do I think it was Linhart? I have no idea.
Thanks so much. Hot, hot, hot.
Your dad told me I watched your stream and you were telling us how you went to less than half. Oh yeah. In my secondary uni, I like went to probably like, cause I had 22 contact hours a week. 22? Yeah, 22 hours a week of lectures. And I went to probably 20, maybe 22 for a round number lectures over the course of the entire year. Bernie, Monastery Mysteries? Oh, fuck. Thank you, buddy. The ideal professor. You seem different. Nah, you seem different. Yeah. I know my dad occasionally watches my streams because my parents a couple of years ago was like,
This was great.
it's funny as fuck, right? Well, to me, it's funny as fuck. I got two emails.
One day I'd love to see you at your full strength.
What are you talking
From my
about?
parents within like,
I always give it my all.
within like 6
You're the
hours of
one
each
who's
other. It was
constantly
after
goofing
Well, if you think that's what
a
passes
games
for full
hack
strength.
tournament
Anyway, let's get started.
that I was in. Yeah, that's right. Your boy's a professional gamer.
You didn't do
Your boy's a professional fucking gamer.
Yeah, I've got this down. It's all becoming clearer.
And my dad was like, hey, I don't mind what you do, but it's not a
looking
good
sharp,
idea to
huh?
vape, you know, all the rest of it, you know, the risks, blah, 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 blah. My mother sent me a separate email within like 3 hours being like, I don't know what you're doing. Stop doing it, please. No. Absolutely not even gonna, mate, what a crook. Like, I'm not sure if I have. There is a tweet. Unfortunately, the Fortune's Chaos Twitter account, which does technically exist, changed its name, and the tweet no longer links to it. Can I find it? I remember looking a couple of years ago. Dream hack. We won a Worms tournament back in 2021. No, yeah, one moment, guys. Right. I can't find a digital image. Let's see if we can find one here. That's the calendar from 2020, whenever it is. That's January 2023. That's too late. That's not the right thing. That is 2021. Here we go. This has probably got it. Let's look for my birthday in June. That hasn't got it. I guess. It's got to have been 2021, no? Okay, fine. Is this 2022? 2021 as well. Yeah, no, I need the 2022 family calendar. Show you proof that I was in a DreamHack tournament. What do I got up here? 2025? Fuck. Oh well. Anyway, I am a professional gamer, and I will not have you slandering my incredible ability at video games. Skill issue, shut up! I know I saved a bunch. I looked this up like 2 years ago and I saved a bunch of shit somewhere. $2024. No. How can it not have been 2021? It's gonna be 2022, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna have been 2022. I can even picture the damn picture in my head. I hate you, Croc. You've given me like a fucking complex now. Clip? Fucking A! Yeah! There's absolutely a bloody clip. There's 100% a clip. To prove that I'm a professional gamer. Clips. How the fuck do I find clips on Twitch? I know what I'm doing. Clips. Like all time. Manage clips. Clips on my channel. Worms with a Z? Worms Rumble. Yeah, it should have been like 2021. Morning with a silly hat. DreamHack tournament. There we go. I have no idea what this clip is. I have no idea who the clip creator is. On the 5th of December 2020, apparently. Dude, this was like, this is OG lore, by the way. This is OG lore. This is absolutely OG lore. Why won't the clip open? You clip on channel. Come on, please tell me there's like actually something here like it's interesting. This is me from December 5th, 2020, by the way. This is my old flat. What am I doing? Why am I just like looking aimlessly towards the screen?
Leaf is quite far ahead of us. We are quite far ahead of position 3.
Wait, okay, I found it. Okay, I found one, I found the thing I think I need to find. Yep, okay, cool, it's this. Apparently this is apparently the third place stream.
You have blamed server side. That is.
I did.
Dude, you have blamed server side error for basically everyone. That is.
I did.
Dude, you have blamed server side error for basically every one of your deaths.
We got third place. DreamHack
You never once
international
walked
tournament.
past a rocket launcher. You had
At the end, right? There was a machine gun there, and there was a rocket launcher next to medkit.
Okay, somebody.
On my screen, there was a medkit. It's
Clip. Let's see.
Alas. Today ain't the day. Today ain't the day. This young boy, shut the fuck up. What the fuck am I doing? You're all bullying me. What should I put Lorenz as, by the way? Should I try and risk him as a sword master or an assassin? But it's part of it, yeah, of course it is, man, of course it is. Worms Rumble is where, like, the FC guys came together. It really is. And the fuck is it? It's somewhere. From TwitchCon Paris 2022. Team 17. The guys who make Worms Rumble. Or make worms. This used to be like inflated. Like a giant like itty stick. Life lesson, if you got the space, never throw shit away. Not if it might mean something to you. So if you hear about the FT law. I need a thing for my boy here. Okay, you know what we just saved? So we'll try Lorenz on Swordmaster. Oh no, because he should be bow as well. So yeah, FC law, like we started as a bunch of Command & Conquer guys. In somebody else's Twitch channel. And somebody made their own little Discord. I can't even remember why at this point, why we made our... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So, Brian Vahi, who does occasionally stream, Like, you can find his YouTube stuff. Like, he was like the first Red Alert 2. He was the only like guy who was like streaming, but also making YouTube videos for Red Alert 2, like before COVID. And like no one else. And to this day, like nobody hits the numbers like he does. Regardless of what you think about the chat. Like he, before COVID, he was the only person who did Red Alert, like Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. The only person. There was literally no one else. And then COVID hits and everybody in their mother streams, including me. Right? But he used to have a, for $100, I will do a spot. I will, if you donate $100, I will, that's like sponsorship level donation. And I will put your banner on my like Twitch stream for a month. $100. And a bunch of us were like, wouldn't it be really fucking funny if we donated $100? And then we like gave him a banner to display. And so a bunch of us were like, hey, yeah, let's fucking do this. Let's fucking go. Like we had the people, we had the money, like we were each and we even gave the money to somebody. It wasn't me. I can't remember who it was now, but it wasn't me. And there was 11 of us, something like that. And we're gonna donate $100 to this guy to base. We're gonna put, it wasn't not safe for work or anything like that. It was just gonna be like a fucking meme. And like somebody told Brian Bahay that we were gonna do it. And he was like, nah, I even if you do it, I'm not gonna put it up there. On the one hand, fair enough, like it wasn't gonna be safe for work, obviously, like streamer's choice at the end of the day, like, but at the same time we felt a bit like betrayed because we'd all been like subs to him for a while. Most people in the like 9, 10, 11 of us are longer than I had been. And we all felt a bit pissed off by this. We were like, dude, come on, like, you know, you're not doing this as a job, you know, you're doing this as a hobby, you know, it's just a bit of fun. But it's like, nah, no matter what you put there, I'm not gonna do it. You're like, I'll take your $100, but I'm not gonna put anything up. And we all felt a bit like irritated by this. Like, no hard feelings to this day, you know, obviously it's been there, done that. But that's the foundation of Fortune's Chaos. We were going to meme and group together $100 to fulfill a sponsored donation to a stream. That's how it all started. And then the guy who made the Discord to start with, like was a little bit more controlling than like most people would have liked. And so I went around and I asked like most people in the group. Bearing in mind, I hardly knew anybody there. At the time. This is back in like April, May 2021. No, April, May 2020. I was like, guys, how do you, like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm a bit like annoyed by, you know, the guy who's like, you know, made this like mini like server between a bunch of us who we were all chatting. We'd all had this idea to donate like $10 each to create this $100. Like, you know, and we all like trusted each other to donate $100, and we nominated the person who we trusted the most, because that way if somebody didn't pay up, then at least the person we gave the money to would send it all back to us, right? Like, and the person we gave it to, we all trusted the most. I've even been FC Metho now I think about it. Might have. Can't quite remember who it was. It wasn't me. And we did all donate the money. And then we found out that Brian wasn't gonna follow through, and so we got our money back. And but yeah, no, we had this little offshoot Discord server which still exists actually to this day. No one posting it. But like, you know, posting memes and stuff, like it was a bit restrictive. Like, we're not talking NSFW, we're just talking like edgy memes and degeneracy and stuff like that. And you know, this guy just had like some ideas about what should and shouldn't be posted, and it's all cultural stuff, and that's fine, I don't blame him for it. But he was like, no, you can't like post this, blah 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 blah. And so I went around and messed with people. I was like, guys, how do you feel if I just recreated this Discord server somewhere else, but with a bit more like liberal ideas, and let people post what the fuck they like, so long as it's not sort of bad? Everyone was like, yeah, and that was the beginning of the FC, and the name FC comes from Lucky Bot, or Lucky, one of the guys in Discord, guys in one of the subs on Twitch. His name is Lucky, and then Chaos was kind of voted on, and that's kind of it. Because originally Fortune's Chaos was supposed to be a group account, and it was. In fact, I wasn't the only person who streamed on this Twitch account. MJ streamed on it a bunch of times. I remember being out at a restaurant in London with my dad late one evening while I was still working up in London, and getting an email on my phone being like, suspicious login detected, blah 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 blah. I was like, for whatever reason, I have no idea. We all remember these random things, right? I remember saying, like, sorry, I checked my phone. Yeah, rude to check your phone at the dinner table, right? Rude to check your phone. Fucking advanced seals. Okay, fine, whatever. I distinctly remember saying to my dad, sorry, I just gotta respond to this streaming thing. And this is while I was still working as a banker in London. I don't know advanced sales. Okay. And, you know, signing in for MJ. But yeah, AFC started as a group thing out of a whim. Don't know who MJ is and what happens if I spend my points. How do you call him? He might still be awake. You know what? On my stream deck, I still have the time in Singapore. He will be awake. He will be awake. I will call him. I will only call him, though, if you have a message for him. He's got to be somewhat funny. He lives in Singapore. MJ, everything up on YouTube is because of him. That was another one? What do you mean outside? Oh, outside. Yeah. Alza, worry shit. Yeah, and that was part of the original like banner poster like thing that Brian refused to show. And then we were like, yeah, no, what if we don't like make that joke? Would you still do a banner for us? But the original idea was this is worry shit. Yeah, Alza, you got it in one, mate. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna fucking drink to that. You know what, Alza? I'm gonna fucking drink to that. I think what hour it is. It's like 19 minutes, 20 past midnight. 20 past 1. But it's the King's birthday. Like, British King's like official birthday yesterday. And Singapore is like celebrating it today. What the fuck am I doing? Shirts. And so like Singapore, for whatever reason, not part of the British Empire or even Commonwealth, I don't think. Maybe it is part of the Commonwealth. Hang on a minute, like genuinely curious, like never thought about this before. Like Singapore Commonwealth. I can't spell. Oh, it is. Wait, no, of nations. Oh wait, British colonies. Okay, yeah, cool. That'll be what then. But apparently, like the mayor of London is out in Singapore, like tonight as well. And they put a video in Discord of whatever's going on. I haven't looked at it yet, because he did it after I started streaming. Emblem does a really fucking cool job, by the way. Emblem works really fucking hard. Sue Brian, yeah, dude, like, I mean, it's such ancient history, but I mean, I'll say it anyway, because it's ancient history and nobody cares. Nobody watching me right now, apart from you, knows what the fuck we're talking about. But like, he was so, oh, yeah, okay, Alstar. So I know another, like, somebody else. I know somebody else. Not part of the streaming, like, group or community. But I know this absolute fact. Somebody, yeah. I forgot about this, because when I was told this, I was a bit pissed. And, I didn't particularly care. But yeah, like, somebody else wanted to visit him. Well 2.5, 3 years ago, something like that. European guy. One of the community. And and the European guy was like, oh yeah, I'll like contribute. Like, he was staying Kike's place. And the European guy was like, yeah, I'll contribute. I'll buy some, pay my own. You're letting me stay in your place, which apparently was like, not exactly the nicest place, it's, I don't want to judge, but it was by European or American standards, or by British or by Japanese or Australian or South Korean or New Zealander standards, not the nicest place, right? Paint your own picture. Somewhere in Mexico is where Kike lives. Well, no judgment, obviously, but it is what it is. This guy, this European guy who had been invited out there by Kike and had accepted it, was like, yeah, I'll buy food and shit, for us together.
You are. I have a
apparently
request
Kike was just like sticking random stuff in like the groceries cart in the shopping trolley, in the thing. Which was nothing to do with like the barbecue they were having later that night, all the rest of it. He was just sticking random stuff in there, expecting this guy to pay for it. And it went on for like 3 days.
So now the Knights of Ceres
and then the European guy who went out with him was like, dude, this is like, you're just taking a piss at this point. Like, you're just buying groceries for yourself. Like, not for us to share, not for like group like events with me, you, and like your neighbors and whatever, which I'd contribute towards, but literally just for yourself, and then expecting me to pay for it. Jaeger was like, yeah, but I'm letting you stay at my place, blah 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 blah. And the European guy whose name I'm not gonna share, was like, that's not okay. Like, at this point you're just fucking taking advantage of. Was a European guy, like, ended up paying for a hotel for the next 10 days or 7 days or whatever it was. Because it was like, I'd rather pay more money overall, knowing that it benefits me, than for somebody who's just taking the fucking piss out of me.
I want your help protecting her.
And when I heard this, and it was only a couple of months ago I heard this story.
Will you come?
And I completely believe it. 100% trustworthy source.
I'd like to come along.
Ash, you were listening in? It's not up
I'm
to
like,
you whether
yeah,
you can
no,
come
my
along.
mind's made up.
Please, this is important to me.
That's not how you treat people. And that's one of the reasons why I think it's trustworthy source,
to the
right?
Western Church.
That's just not how you treat somebody.
You want answers.
And that's not the kind of thing you
Our
make up
objective
about
is to
somebody
punish,
either.
Not to investigate.
And on top of that,
can't let you
Kike's
jeopardize the
attitude
mission.
absolutely
I won't get in the way.
leans
I
towards
promise.
him actually acting like that. I'm not
What do you
surprised
say,
that he acts
Professor?
like that.
Keep in mind, we would be bringing the whole class.
I don't care what people
not just
have
Ash.
or don't have. Don't give a shit if you're black, white, gay, straight, rich, poor, person from Mars.
Thank you so much.
Treat me like I want to be treated. I'll treat
Okay.
you like.
I guess it's fine.
You know,
Get ready then.
You treat me like you want to be treated. I'll treat you like I want to be treated. We'll get along. Nothing else matters. And taking advantage of somebody like that and just throwing your own personal groceries in there and expecting them to pay for it, totally not acceptable. Totally not acceptable. You know, it's... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I met people who are, you know, extreme multimillionaires. Only 1 or 2 billionaires or sort of descendants, hereditary billionaires. And I've met far more people who are poor than who are multimillionaires or billionaires. Probably. I don't know about the financial situation of the people I went to school with, but it's also always worth remembering that kids are not as rich as their parents. Kids are people you went to school with, people you went to university with are as rich as they are. The money they have to spend may well be from their parents, their mom, their dad, their grandparents, whoever. You know, it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that they're rich, right? If it comes from some other place other than your own bank account, it can be shut off. Never forget that. Ever. Like 99.9999% of people, that doesn't fucking matter. But it does matter. It is an important distinction to make. And you know, it's money does change people, but it doesn't necessarily mean it changes people for the worst. Not automatically, at least. And Kike was just a fucking piece of shit. I never really knew he was a piece of shit beforehand, honestly. Like, genuinely, everybody thought he was a piece of shit beforehand. And that just proved it for me. You don't treat people like that. You don't expect anything from people. Full stop. Never, ever expect anything from people, good or bad. Ever. That only leads you to A, insulting people because you expect something that you are not going to get because you had false expectations. We've all heard the term false expectations. There you go. That's the worst situation to have that in. False expectations. Never expect anything from anybody who is your friend, because that is false expectations. And never expect anything that is from an enemy, quote unquote, because that is stupidity. Combine the two, never expect anything from anybody. It's a depressing way to look at life, but honestly, it keeps you safe, it keeps you comfortable, never lets you get hurt. Never expect anything from anybody. Nobody will ever give you anything unless they get something out of it. Except people who are your friends. But the default should always be, in life, never expect anything from anybody. Because nobody will ever give you anything except people who are actually your friends. But never rely on that. Ever. Because that is only going to cause you pain and disappointment. On that highly disappointing note, wait, what did I got rid of? Connie, Marianne, and then Connie's ally can be happy, fine, but I want to get rid of, fine, get rid of Claude. Maybe, yeah, you get Hell Love, fine, probably, and then I will get Claude. I have a torch. Oh, Hilda doesn't have a torch. Wait, I fucking level up cons. Ingrid? Yeah, I did. Okay, fine. Hilda and Ingrid as no. What do you mean no? Ingrid, yeah, there you go. What? Ingrid! Then Constance gets happy. Jesus Christ, this is difficult. Who the fuck am I missing? What? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Lawrence, you're in the squad then, I guess. Like, Jesus. Really?
Toddlers!
Shut up. Oh, okay, okay. How's it going, buddy? Let's go with that. Training sword, that's fine. Iron bow 40 out of 40s. Wait, what? Iron? Steel? Silver? Please? Okay, fine. Take this up. Yeah, whatever. Silver. Oh. Catherine, items, like silver sword. Yeah, take. Thank you. Never use your. I don't want to see your hands on that giant weapon until we're alone together in a room late at night. Petra, items, silver crescent, so yeah, whatever. Marianne, items, killing sword, brave sword. 979. 979. 979. I think we stole that, right? I don't even know. Zilax plus 22 damage plus silver ice is fine. Items and then giant copy store. Yeah. Yeah, you can keep your like key, whatever. Claw, silver sword, bow. Yeah, steel. Steel. Yeah, gosh, that's not bad. Items, knowledge ring, store. Hilda can have it instead, I think. Actually, items, you know what? We'll, good. You, wait, no, it's over here. Not, oh, wait, hang on, wait. Chalice of Beginnings. The hell? Just swap it. And knowledge gem. Lysithia leveled up, as did Linhart, as did someone else I can't remember who is inconsequential. You can take it. Right, so now Hilda is take items, torch, take, yes, fine, good, and who else flies? Ingrid. is the oh, okay. Well, items. What? Yeah, I don't know. Actually, no. Items. Store. Petra items. Petra items. Torch. Yeah, okay, take that. And then, like, I don't know, Petra items. Oh shit! Steel sword. Trade for, you know, that. Yeah, God almighty. And install that. Yeah, leave a slot. Oh my, you know, his Petra slot is quite important. Oh dear.
Well, come back.
Trick, I popped in on some dramatic menuing. You gotta turn some of the forever adjutants into guard classes? What do you mean by guard classes? Rare? What? Was I not paying attention?
There she is, a sneaky little witch, trying to pass herself off as the goddess's envoy.
Oh,
Archbishop
we
Rhea,
never played this mission.
I'll bring judgment upon you in the goddess's stead.
They're using the fog as cover to ambush us. What a cheap ploy.
It won't do any good to get annoyed.
Mummy Rhea.
That voice. We are up against a faction of bishops.
I would
They've shown
fold
themselves,
faster
at least,
than a
so we
fucking
won't have to go to the trouble of finding
lawn
them.
chair.
All right, you
But
got a
Mummy
death
Rhea.
wish? Come at me. You really want to fight against Thunder, Catherine? Please, Professor, don't let Lady Rhea get hurt. Our mission isn't just to wipe out all the enemies, but also to protect Lady
okay,
Rhea.
fine.
Ready?
Protect Rhea for 10 times. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Stay focused.
Right, and then I can't attack after I've done that. That's so stupid.
I will get the victory.
Petra's like just OP enough that she should be able to. Yeah, she's fine. Petra very fine. You got a torch, right?
Who, me?
Don't want to go too far. Oops.
Ready anytime.
Well, that's most of the battlefield revealed.
I'll give it my all.
Sally forth!
Sally forth! Wait, you can't attack from there? Fuck! Mummy Rhea, protect me!
Battle.
Ready and willing.
Eh.
That's the golden deer for you.
Some of the forever enemies guard classes will help. Yeah, so what do you mean by guard classes?
Leave it to me. You were outmatched.
No way! No way! That's so cool. Oh, what?
I'll crush them all.
Mummy Catherine! Watch this. Now they can't both attack Casper. Ash.
Who, me?
Ow. Hilda! Hilda! Hilda!
That is that.
I'm still not satisfied.
Well, you know, women say that all the time, but you know, it's. Ready to be right.
I've been practicing that one.
What? What? Can't even roll back time? I can move to there. So weird. Hmm. Whoa. Yeah, I'm fucked, Lab. I don't know what's over here. Ah! Aha! Hilda! Hilda!
It seems that taking out the priest has stopped the reinforcements coming over here. We should be able to stop.
Thanks!
actually won!
Get wrecked, Scrub Lord. Oh, I thought I had a brave bow. This isn't good. Wait, what? It's 3?
Fearless, as usual.
Fighting is what I do. I'm strong.
Oh my god, that level up.
Apostates will suffer the punishment of the...
No use.
Oh my god, she dodged.
Let's think carefully.
No, can't touch this. No, can't touch this. Dodge everything.
I expect.
What an amazing level up. Okay. That's fine.
Oh no! It forced me to retreat. I'll crush them all. Can't hold me back. Just...
Let's get through all these. Yeah, we know.
I expected as much.
Lady Rhea! Maybe.
What? Okay, fine.
I'll crush them all.
Wait, no.
Battle.
Leave it to me.
Ready and willing. It's
all
not
right, close
luck,
ranks,
it's fate.
close ranks, close ranks.
Thanks.
No, 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 no! It's not what I meant to do. I meant to heal her.
Ready anytime. I get things done.
Who, me? Who, me? So nice!
I'll give it my all.
Sally forth! I will get the victory.
No, here we have to go for one of these guys then. Yeah, okay.
I will remove you! My heart
108
is full of
damage.
victory. A grand skirmish.
I don't know if it's enough to save Rhea.
Stay focused. Should I have held back?
Let's see. Oh no. That's one. We survived. Oh shit.
Maybe.
Ready anytime.
I'll give it my all.
Oh, me?
Thanks.
Who, me? I put in some work.
Thank God for time skip.
Huh? It worked out.
Sally forth! I will get the victory. Victory received.
Oh yeah, let's try this.
Acknowledge my contribution!
Why is he not leveling up his
I'll crush them all.
his
Ready and willing.
Leave it to me.
his battalion?
Battle.
You can't kill him anyway, so that's fine. You probably could. You could also go like there, just to like scout out. Okay, fine.
All for Lady Rhea.
I am so focused on this because
Stay focused.
I feel like it's not going super well.
No hesitation. You fought well.
I'm gonna lose somebody here.
Shall we
Well, I
dance?
survived.
It was a good try.
Nice one, Claude. I think we've got it.
Progress.
Oh, you didn't kill him? Okay. Vice
is
Bishop.
that.
There you go. Down you go. Secret book. Excellent. Fantastic. Kill him.
Never underestimate an outsider.
And you go up to support. Winter. Crit 75 damage.
I shall rise, but your day is past. I'm impressed.
It seems that taking out the priest, we should be.
Okay, good. It's I said that before, but I wasn't really sure of who they were talking about.
That's how it goes. I'm starting.
Ah, that's one of the reasons why we're struggling, because yeah, of course, Ash is not
Much appreciated.
very high leveled. And there's one more. Yeah, of course. Ash is not Ignax.
Good idea.
There's at least two in the fog here. I'm gonna go on a limb and assume they can't hit rare. Lina can ruin them. Yep.
And I didn't even enjoy it.
He can take so many hits, and they only have like
Victory.
50% hit chance. Incredible. Nothing? Probably. And snipe kill. GG, mother truckers.
Apostates, you sully the name of the goddess.
You are the apostates. The goddess is with me.
Yeah. Where else, like... Honestly, I have no idea, like, where the fuck else. helpful. Ah.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
It's over. That helps.
The one, yeah, exactly.
Thanks for that.
I used to defend for like X turns, but hopefully, if you have to, because it'll be exceptionally annoying. I dismounted her. And fine, whatever. Where are they? Okay, over there. Find and defeat whatever enemy is calling them in.
I'll give it my all.
I get the whole fog thing, but like, if this was PC based, it'd be so much faster.
Well done.
Let's see how they like this.
My moment has arrived. It's not luck, it's fate.
You've already told me that I've killed the guy who's calling in reinforcements, and then you say like, oh yeah, you gotta kill the guy who's calling in reinforcements. Like, what the hell? Like, it kind of makes no sense at all.
I will not be stopping.
And a lack of an autocomplete. It's kind of a bit silly.
Ever so sorry. A grand skirmish.
Goddess, have mercy.
Goddess,
Forgive
heed
them
my
their
call.
sins and save their souls.
It would have been better if we'd captured the bishop, but they didn't make it easy for us. What now, Lady Rhea?
We must go to the headquarters of the Western Church. Perhaps there is still someone there who knows what has transpired.
Let us help too. It may not be much, but we'll do whatever we can.
I am sure you will be a great help. I am glad to have you by my side.
Mummy! Ring, sure, yep. Lots of bonuses.
Thanks, Professor. I really appreciated your help with the investigation. That's it for today. Head back to Garreg Mach. The church will have to choose a new bishop and do whatever else is necessary to rebuild the Western Church. Lady Rhea is grateful to all of you. She said she would send along a reward. You should feel very proud. Receiving a gift directly from Lady Rhea is exceedingly rare. Still, that was a real mess, huh? For them to come out and charge us so boldly.
Can I made it out?
As am I. We kept Lady Rhea safe, thanks to you. Hey, where did Ash go? I haven't seen him for a while.
Couldn't do that, actually.
That may be it. I hope he's not getting in the way.
Kind of random
There you
paralogue,
are,
this one.
Ash. We were just talking about... why the brooding Hey, what's that bundle of papers in your hand?
This was given to me. It has to do with my family. I haven't finished reading it all yet. But I think it might offer some clues about something I need to know. Professor, Catherine, thank you for letting me come with you on this mission. I'd better get ready to go.
It's a little painful to watch. I do hope that those papers, whatever they are, will help him get over his past. I suppose it's time for us to start heading back to the monastery.
Right. Well, not much achieved today in 3 hours. Well, I did start a bit late. 3 hours instead of 4. So I'm gonna call it there, go and make some food, and then come back and play. Probably more Dust Front. Maybe, I don't know, I might play some Dawn of War 2 with Biz. I played Dawn of War, but not this. Some RTS, which I expect. Hour and a half or so. We'll come back to this tomorrow afternoon. So, plan. See you in an hour and a half.